Have you ever really thought about what dish soap does? You squeeze a bit on a greasy pan, and almost immediately the thick, stubborn grease begins to break down. That protective layer, which once held the grime together, is stripped away. Now imagine that same kind of chemical process happening inside your gut, a place you rely on every single day to digest food, absorb nutrients, and keep your entire body functioning properly. Your intestines are lined with a delicate, thin layer of mucus, a barrier so subtle that most people never even notice it. Yet this layer is absolutely vital. It separates the trillions of bacteria living in your gut from your bloodstream, while simultaneously allowing essential nutrients to pass through. Think of it as a very selective security system. It lets in the good guys and keeps the bad guys out. But here's the shocking part. There is a chemical in countless processed foods that can attack this very lining, dissolving it in the same way dish soap dissolves grease. Once this protective layer is compromised, things that should never enter your bloodstream begin to sneak through. Harmful bacteria, toxins, and partially digested proteins can start leaking in. Your immune system responds aggressively, triggering inflammation and potentially leading to what scientists call a leaky gut. At first, the effects are subtle: occasional bloating, mild digestive discomfort, fatigue, or brain fog after meals. But over months and years, chronic exposure can escalate into nutrient deficiencies, gut inflammation, and autoimmune issues. So where is this chemical hiding? The answer might surprise you. It's in ice cream, chocolate bars, salad dressings, plant-based milk, bread, protein bars, peanut butter, coffee creamer, mayonnaise, and even baby formula. Experts estimate that around 60% of packaged foods contain it. Names like polysorbate 80, mono and diglycerides, carboxymethylcellulose, and carrageenan might sound intimidating, but these are collectively called emulsifiers. Their purpose? To make oil and water mix, giving food a smooth, creamy texture and extending its shelf life. That's it, nothing more. Here's the concerning part. These emulsifiers don't just work on food, they also attack your gut lining. By dissolving the protective mucus, they allow bacteria to come dangerously close to the intestinal walls. Over time, this can lead to chronic inflammation, scar tissue formation, and difficulty absorbing nutrients. The consequences go beyond digestion. You might feel mental fog, fatigue, lethargy, or even increased food sensitivities, all stemming from a chronically inflamed gut. Think about a real-life morning. You pour a bowl of cereal with milk, grab a granola bar, and sip a chocolate-flavored beverage. Each of these items likely contains emulsifiers. By lunchtime, your gut's protective mucus layer has already been compromised slightly. Dinner continues the cycle. Over weeks, months, and years, repeated exposure silently erodes your gut's defenses without you even realizing it. Animal studies highlight the dangers of emulsifiers. For instance, animals fed polysorbate 80 developed metabolic syndrome, weight gain, blood sugar irregularities, and altered gut bacteria. In humans, while long-term studies are limited, a controlled trial published in 2024 found that just 2 weeks of emulsifier consumption caused gut bacteria to move closer to the intestinal lining, step toward leaky gut. Over the past 2 decades, rates of IBS, autoimmune diseases, and other gut-related conditions have surged, especially in countries where ultra-processed food consumption is high. Why are these chemicals allowed in our food? In the U.S., many additives are labeled GRAS, generally recognized as safe. Sounds reassuring, right? But this is a loophole. Companies can self-certify their own ingredients without long-term safety trials. Most emulsifiers were approved decades ago, based only on short-term toxicity studies looking for immediate harm, not the cumulative effects of daily consumption over years. No one asked, what happens if a child consumes this multiple times daily for 10 years? The truth is, we don't know, and the risk is very real. Children are especially vulnerable. From infant formula to breakfast cereal, snacks, and desserts, They consume multiple sources of emulsifiers every day. It's not just the occasional treat, it's repeated exposure, slowly undermining gut health. Over time, this can lead to digestive problems, autoimmune tendencies, brain fog, and mood changes. So what can you do? The solution is simple. Avoid ultra-processed foods entirely. Don't keep them in your pantry. Replace them with whole, minimally processed foods that don't contain hidden emulsifiers. Your environment shapes your choices. If unhealthy foods aren't accessible, you're far less likely to consume them mindlessly. Personally, I don't keep potato chips at home because I know I'll eat them late at night if they're there. It's not about willpower. It's about setting up your environment for success. Protecting your gut isn't just about avoiding bloating or discomfort. It's about preventing long-term systemic effects, including chronic inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, and cognitive issues. Every conscious decision to avoid processed foods loaded with emulsifiers is a step toward a healthier gut, stronger immunity, and better overall well-being. Think about this for a moment. Your gut isn't just about digestion. It's deeply connected to your immune system, your brain, and your energy levels. When you protect it from harmful additives, you're protecting your overall health. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it could literally change how you feel every day.